What's up, Kansas City? What's up, man? This is your boy Frank with another, episode of Funeral Boss, brought to you by the Music and More Foundation. I'm right here with my boy T, and I'm also right here with my main man, my brother from another mother. I ain't gonna tell you who he is if you don't know him. We're gonna leave it at that. But he is the man who works behind the scenes and makes sure that a lot of the stuff gets done, and we're forever grateful to you, my brother, for doing so. Um, T, man, how you been, man?
Oh, I've been good. How about yourself?
Oh man, in spite of everything, man,
Right.
I've been holding on, man. I've been
That's
holding
good.
on strong, man. Trying to be strong for the family and everyone else who is affiliated and connected to my family. One thing that I do know, Mama used to tell me, the trouble don't last always.
That's right.
Yeah, trouble don't last always, and I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in that, and I'm just forever grateful for that too as well. So, man, T, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, man. There's been earlier today, and I know this is not going to really be my topic, but I have to get this off my chest while I'm thinking about it. Earlier today, Mr. Walker, you could feel free to jump in on this. Um,
Yeah.
I seen something come across my phone that was rather disturbing to me, for the simple fact, I I know within my heart that it's a lie. People who live in Kansas City can, would honestly vouch and say that it's a lie too. I seen something come across my phone screen that stated that since Operation Legend has started in Kansas City, Missouri, crime has went down tremendously throughout the metro area. But
It came
how can
across your
how
phone.
huh?
It came across your phone. It didn't,
Yeah,
wasn't on the
yeah.
news.
It came across it came
Yeah.
across my phone. Like I have that news app thing
Okay.
on my phone, but it was disturbing to me, man, because I know this to be a lot since Operation Legend. We have had a homicide every single day. Last night we had three young men get killed. Two of them were sitting together in the car. They got killed down there. What's the name of them apartments? Uh, by the bottoms down there. Shoto. Yeah, yeah. Show. It was Shoto, and man, we've been having a homicide every single day throughout Kansas City. So for them to even make this statement and to try to show, I don't
Fake
even know where they
news.
got the stats from to even try to.
That's fake news.
Yeah, fake news. Now I'm with Trump now. Fake news.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they could have came up with these stats to, and who are they trying to impress? Like who are they trying to impress with these stats? Man, that's a lie. By all means, I thank God that they've apprehended the individual who committed the crime against our young brother Legend. It breaks my heart every time I think about that. A mother and a father burying their child. But um, truth be told, man, that's a lie, man. That's a lie. Crime has not decreased tremendously in Kansas City, Missouri. Now I don't know if they're speaking for up north, up north area, the Gladstone area. Maybe crime has decreased because you don't really have a lot of crime there. So I mean, maybe that's where they're talking about, because they cannot be talking about the heart of Kansas City, Missouri. The prospects, the Pasales, the Woodlands, the Wabashes, and all of these other little streets and stuff like that. It's a lie, and man, we as a people, as a community, we need to wake up instead of passing by and acting as though we didn't see this, and when we know something is wrong, we should speak up. Whether we make a comment on this poster or whatever, you have to like really show and prove to me that crime has decreased tremendously, because what I'm seeing on the news is a conflict of what they're stating and what they're trying to put out. I don't find any truth to be in that statement at all. What's your take, T?
I didn't see it. It didn't come across my phone. But yeah,
Okay.
But they can't be. They can't say that.
But
That's
I mean,
crazy.
but what's your thoughts on that? Would you say that crime has decreased
No.
tremendously? And
No,
I keep
not
stressing the word tremendously because this is what they like. You know, they really highlighted this. They had it in all
word
caps. Yeah, like
tremendously.
tremendously decreased.
Okay, Google.
This was from the Kansas City, Missouri
Tremendously.
Police Department.
Okay.
Published 8/25/2020. Violent crime in Kansas City has dropped significantly since Operation Legend began. Compared to 6 weeks before Operation Legend, violent crime has decreased by 30%. That's what they're saying.
What news is that?
That's from the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
This
Yeah, they
is
gonna say that. They need to
KCP.
inflate that.
Well, I mean, this is what they do. The aggravated assault saw the biggest drop with 48%. Goes down 48%.
That's a lot, Mr. Walker.
Of the aggravated non-fatal shootings fell 25%. That's they're not mentioning non-fatal shootings fell 25%.
Yes.
Now the thing left out of this, I don't see a report on homicides now. Okay.
And you know why, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, so they're saying they're showing what's dropped,
Yeah.
but they're not, and they brought it in here for homicides, right? And
Absolutely.
they say aggravated assaults have dropped. Violent crime has decreased by 30%. Aggravated assaults saw the biggest drop of 48%.
Mm-hmm.
Of those aggravated assaults, non-fatal shootings fell 25%. But we don't see anything about homicide.
Thank you. And that's the way that they operate. But we as a community, we don't ask questions or try to seek the truth behind this. What you got for me?
Let's see. Okay, homicides. 33, 6 weeks prior, May 26th, July 7th. 28 from July 8th to August 23rd. They said that was a 15% drop. They said there was only 28 it dropped from 33 6 weeks before, May 26th to July 7th, we had 33. July 8th through the 23rd, we had 28. So a 15% drop, but is that attributable to Operation Legend or not?
Yeah, but
that's only 5 less people.
Yeah, but here's what still puzzles me, and I still find it to be a lie, and I'm sticking to that. For the simple fact, when you listen to the news, anytime they make mention of a homicide, even last night when they made mention of the homicide, they always say this is such and such more than we was to last year. You know, so somebody's lying. You know, yeah.
But they're saying in 6 weeks before, 33 people got killed. The 6 weeks since, 28 got killed. 5 different. That is because of Operation Legend.
Yeah. But isn't 28 in 1 month a lot?
28's a lot. That's still a lot.
I mean,
yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah,
like you say, you're still setting records.
Man,
and to say that those 200 people came in and we reduced murders by 5.
Just like they're not even stating or talking about the fact that police killings have went up tremendously. I mean, it's increased. Like it's the thing. It's the norm. It's the thing to do now. Let's shoot a brother. I mean, it's the thing to do now. It's no problem behind it. You know, they do it with no effort at all because they know and feel that they're going to get off regardless of who the person is or whatever. And this is something that puzzled me and it bothered me and it really had me on edge. I watched the video. Somebody did a comparison to it. So in this particular video, a young brother, of course, you know the young brother that everybody's upset about right now, who was shot while he was, you know, opening up the car door, whatever the case may have been. He didn't have a weapon or anything, so I still don't understand why you had to shoot a man 7 times, but it's still unclear to me why that had to transpire. But it was a young white guy. The police officer was pulling on him. He pushed the white guy pushed the police officer. The police officer fell back, pulled out his taser, tased the white boy. The white boy, making all this noise, pulled the taser out, threw the taser on the ground, pulled it out of his flesh like he was possessed with something. Charged at the police officer. The police officer ran away, is running away, saying, back up, back up, back up, and trying to reload his taser. Never once went for his firearm. His firearm. You know, now here it is. Your life is in danger now because this man is charging at you. So your life is in danger. That's a justifiable homicide. But due to the color of his skin, he wasn't shot. So watch this. So after that, he charges at the officer. The officer falls out again. The man goes and get in the police officer's cruiser and getting ready to take off. And he said, "Get out of my car! Get out of my car!" But of course, they edit that part. Still hasn't pulled his gun. He edited that. So he goes and he gets in his car now, getting ready to pull off. And then all of a sudden, that video, you know, it ends. And then it goes over to, you know, our young brother who was shot 7 times in front of his children. In front of his children, and it didn't have a firearm, didn't put his hands on the police officer, never even said a derogatory word to this police officer, but yet was shot 7 times.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't pull the race card or anything. You know, people say, "Well, are you pulling the race card?" No, man, it's there. Like it's reality. I mean, this is really happening. It's there. I'm not making up something or talk about something that, you know, that I think or anything. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. I'm seeing this, just like the rest of the world, and they wondering why people are upset. They have the right to be upset. You know, they have the right to be upset. Whenever something goes wrong with you, when you get into a fight when you were growing up or whatever, did it not make you mad?
Oh yeah.
So take, for instance, your son being shot 7 times, and nobody can explain to you why your son was shot. It's just by the grace of God that he's still here to live. And I believe the only reason why God allowed him to live is to expose and be able to talk against this corruption that's going on. You know, they got George Floyd, you know, he was out of here, you know, even though his name was uplifted and everybody in the world and the country started talking about him and everything. But now we have a young man who was shot and survived this. So now what are you going to do when you got somebody who was able to really stand up there and testify and tell tell his story? You know, they didn't expect him to live. That's what the thing was.
Oh yeah, that was 7 shots.
Yeah, they didn't expect him to live.
That wasn't to woo.
Thank you.
You shoot somebody 7
You shot
times.
to kill.
You tried to kill him.
And then they did it, man, with no effort at all. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
They did it like they were gangsters. They did just
do.
like this. The guns turned sideways with one arm. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he shot him 7 times. All you heard was just steadily going on.
Yeah. I never heard them once give a command or anything. And I'm by all means, you know, Facebook people and everybody out there.
They said they did say there was some commands given or something going on because they showed some earlier video and he was tussling with the police. Mm-hmm. He was in a fight, I think, with somebody else. But the police come over, he's tussling with them. Then he got up and he was walking away. Well, Crump said that he was breaking up a fight. He wasn't a part of the fight. He was breaking up a fight and get shot 7 times. He got up, he was walking away, and then the police ran over or walked over and grabbed his undershirt as he was opening the door to his vehicle. So he grabbed his shirt, and that's what you saw in the door with him shooting in there. Now, here it is. You get a 911 phone call. In the 911 phone call, you did not hear anybody in the 911 phone call say that there was a threat, a firearm, or anything. So what? You came to that scene with the intentions to kill somebody. Yeah. A lot of these people wake up, man, and that's what they don't understand, man. Ephesians chapter 6 in the Bible, man, is really real when he tells us to put on the whole armor of God because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. These are the high places. They think they are above the law. They don't have anybody to answer to. But at the end of the day, they do have somebody to answer to. We all do. We all do. But check this out. You got this young black brother who kids witness this. Yeah. Who's going to be traumatized for the rest of their life. Oh, yeah. Who daddy would never be able to go and play catch with their kids or be able to take his daughter to the school dance and do the, daddy-daughter dance or anything. And they wonder why people are scared of the police. Thank you. And they, like those kids, like you say, they got that in their brain from now on. I don't care what therapy or whatever you go through. You can't unsee that.
How can you bridge the gap and try to get a community to trust the people whom we pay our taxes to protect us? We pay them to protect us. We don't pay them to come out here and kill us. We pay them to, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have a job.
That's true.
If we all just said and made up in our mind, listen, we ain't paying no taxes, we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that, we really boycotted and made a fuss, who you think they gonna get rid of? They can't get rid of us. They need us to keep paying. I guarantee you they'll start cutting the police department. But I want to stretch this too, though, Mr. Walker. Not all police officers are bad.
No.
We do know that.
Absolutely.
I know a ton of great police officers.
Yep.
I know a ton of police officers who do not agree with any of these little incidents that have transpired. We're still dealing with the Cameron Lamb thing that took place right here in Kansas City, Missouri. We didn't get any. Okay, Mr. Walker. We didn't get any justice for that. The parents were called to the White House and they were able to talk to President Trump and everything or what have you. But will justice really be served with that, T? You don't think so? I believe all of this stuff is only coming about because it's election time. It's election time. Everybody's trying to get back in office because when they get back in, okay, I got another 4 years to jack off and do whatever I want to do. I ain't got to really do nothing. They didn't got me back in. I done convinced them to do this. And that's my honest opinion about this. But why is it, T, that domestic violence in Kansas City goes unnoticed?
And maybe because most people don't.
We can't hear you, T.
Maybe because most people don't want to report it.
What about the ones that are being reported?
They're not being followed up on.
Man, we have people who will give millions of dollars to an animal shelter for animals, but won't support people who are trying to put facilities together, fix up small houses, and do stuff to really try to help these women who are out here in these situations. Because you have a lot of, and I used to think, people, oh, well, she's dumb because if she wanted to leave, she'll leave. It's not that easy. I've seen situations, I've seen movies, and I've seen stuff in real life. A lot of people are scared to leave. And when they finally do break free from being broken down mentally and emotionally and all of that stuff, when they finally have an escape route and they finally get away from the crap, they don't have any support. They don't have any support. They don't have anywhere to go. They go to the battered women's shelter. You can only stay there for so long before they want to kick you out. So I mean, like, why does domestic violence go unnoticed here in Kansas City? It's like it's not even a priority. I don't hear the mayor talking about it. I don't hear anybody talking about that besides Mama E. And I'm being real. That's the only person I hear talking about that, T, who actually tries to shine light on it. But it's like, she's been talking about this for years, same old, and nobody's still paying attention to it.
Then we all have to come together and talk about it.
Where do we start?
Well, we have to ask Miss E that. She's been doing it for so long, helping the people.
So I by all means, I'm not encouraging, and I'm not trying to I'm not promoting anything, but I would hate for these women to start killing these men every time a man put their hands on them, for somebody to want to sit down at the round table to try to discuss something. Because that's what it's gonna get ready to boil down to, because a person can only take so much before they snap. Right. You ever seen that TV show Snapped?
No,
Man, it's a heck of a show, man. It's a heck of a show. It shows people who've been holding stuff in for so long, man, and they finally just snapped out and just did the unthinkable, man. And it's some pretty amazing stuff on there. Stuff that a normal person wouldn't even, a normal thinking person wouldn't even think about or consider. But man, when you're under a lot of stress, when you're under a lot of pressure, when you're dealing with a lot, when you have a lot of fake people, you can only take so much, man, and you can only let so much build up. It's just like a tire. A tire can only take so much air, you know what I mean, before it bursts. And we're just like that, man. We can only take so much and take in so much before we just snap out, man. But I believe that we need to shine light more on this domestic violence thing, T. I really do, man.
I agree.
And I see you down there, man, you know, at the Rose Garden and, you know, and all of these other things and what have you. And
it's been a while since I've been down there.
Yeah,
but I think this Saturday,
yeah,
she's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She sent it to me on my through text message. The little event that she's well, I'm not gonna say little, but the event that she's having down there. And I believe
38 Chestnut.
Man, I believe that everybody should show up. I believe we shouldn't even be able to drive. Cars should not even be able to get around over there. That's how packed it should be. Do you know, man? You have more people that show up to homicide scenes than people that could really actually come to something that's positive in Kansas City. Our thinking pattern is so jacked up here, man. And a lot of people say, well, you always talking about Kansas City. I can't speak about nobody, you know, nowhere else. I live in Kansas City. I'm here every single day. I see it, you know, and I can only speak on what I know. And I know Kansas City, you know what I mean? I've been to other places and what have you and all of that stuff, but I don't really know like I know Kansas City. Kansas City, we have a jacked up way of thinking when it comes to a lot of stuff. We would rather glorify somebody, you know, as the young folks say, getting clapped on or clapped at or whatever, versus, you know, going and cheering at a graduation and being positive and stuff. Man, it's wicked, man. It's wicked, man. And we're dealing with a lot of demonic demons, man. We're dealing with a lot of demonic demons, man.
Right.
You know, not just here in Kansas City, throughout the world. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but man, in times like these, we need an anchor. That's what the old songwriter said. You know, in times like these, we need an anchor, and our anchor is God. God is our anchor, man. And we all need to draw near to Him, man, because we are living in the last and evil days. If you don't believe it, take a look around you. T, I wanted to share something with you, man. I shared it with.
Yeah, but I'm sure other generations and other lifetimes believe that also. That they was living in the last days.
You think so?
Yeah, when the plague was killing everybody, I'm sure they figured we're living in the last days.
They may
when
slavery you may have had some people
was going
say that.
on for 400 years, I'm sure they was thinking that they was living in the last days.
I don't know, T.
Because we are here.
But have you heard an older person who's 70 or 60 say,
no,
man, we didn't have nothing like this back then. We didn't grow up like this. Stuff was different back then. We had this, but we didn't have to deal with this, and it wasn't all that shooting back then, and all, you know. So I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't as, I don't believe it wasn't as bad as it is now, T.
Yeah.
You know, you can't compare. You had segregation and all that stuff, but I'm talking about
they was shooting doing then.
Yeah, they work, but I'm talking about now, man. You outside at a barbecue and somebody come through with a 100-round drum, like a kid,
right.
12, 15
That's
years old,
because
with a
lately
100-round
they
drum.
Promoting guns.
Shoot 100 rounds
guns,
and only hit a innocent baby.
Making
out of
it
100
easier
shots.
for you to get guns. See, this is a new generation.
Yeah.
Everything's changed. They're making it easier for you to get things to kill yourself or kill others.
T, have you ever questioned, man? And it's the stupidest thing in the world. An 18-year-old cannot buy a handgun. You follow me?
Okay.
But can go and buy an AK-47.
I never heard that one.
you can only buy a rifle at the age of 18, and you have to be 21 in order to buy a handgun in Kansas City, Missouri.
Huh.
It's been like that since I was little.
Wow.
How is it?
Because
how is
rifles are more for hunting, so they think of that aspect.
Man,
that's what they think of. We got hunters out there.
Yeah, but humans. Oh. You would think that, but then here's one of the gun owners.
Most people just take advantage of getting a hunting license when they know they don't go. They just want the gun or the rifle. But I have Miss E's flyer here.
Okay. Go turn it up so we can hear you, T, on on here too. Let me turn it around.
Now, you ain't got to turn it toward me, man. You ain't got to do all that. No, you ain't got to show it to me, man. People ain't got to see me.
We want to hear you.
Tragic.
Turn it up a little bit.
Giving yourself real love. GYRL invites you to attend the dedication and celebration of GYRL Village, GYRL Domestic Violence Victims and Survivors Memorial Rose Garden. That's where it's going to be. It's Sunday, August 30th at 1 p.m. is the dedication. 3839 Chestnut, right here in Kansas City, Missouri. They have workshops, vendors, youth, activities. To get in contact with her, email her at gyrlevent@gmail.com, or you can call at 816-622-2927 if you want to be a vendor.
Are you getting the booth or anything?
I don't know.
So I hope you guys had that information. If not, I will post that information too, so you guys can have that information. But her name is Roach Ellington on Facebook, and she is the mother of our city councilman, 3rd District at Large, Brandon Ellington. So if you want to reach her, if you want to be a vendor, if you want to participate, if you just want to donate or anything, feel free to reach out to her. You can reach her on Facebook at Roach Ellington on Facebook. And what's that email again, T?
The email is gyrlevent@gmail.com.
gyrlevent@gmail.com. gyrlevent@gmail.com.
That's right.
You guys can also email her there and contact her. So don't be a stranger. If you always want to participate in something, if you wanted to know how you can get involved more in your community, I encourage you guys to reach out and talk to her. To see where you can be in some kind of assistance to your community. Give back to your community. I understand that a lot of us are dealing with the kids because the kids are doing this virtual learning stuff and everything. I believe personally that it's good. I believe that it's good, especially if you have somebody who's there, who's able to teach the kid and all of that stuff. Or in some aspects, the kid may be able to teach you something, because a lot of these kids, they got stuff now in school, T, that they didn't teach us, growing up. They had stuff I was looking at, so I said, man, dang, we didn't never have that, unless I was, in the hallway going to lunch or something when they was teaching it, because I did eat a lot at, at school. So that could very well be the reason for that too as well. But so T, what's new, man? What about the little event that you had going on up there on Benton? I thought you were, doing something with that. What happened with that?
Call everybody's event little, huh?
Well, no, not little. I mean, your event. I'm sorry.
It's epic.
Okay. What? So T, what's going on with your humongous event that you have going on? This big thing that you have.
Yeah, tremendous.
Tremendous. Okay. We can go with that.
Thank you. Well, I always wanted to help boost the Vine ever since I seen that hashtag, Strengthen the Vine. And the corner bar and grill right there on 18th and Vine used to be Danny's Big Easy, then Bayou on the Vine. Good friends of mine, the Nicholsons, they acquired the building, and they gave me Wednesdays and Thursdays. So everybody know me for doing poetry events. So the first thing I was going to do was poetry events, and I was going to do it on Thursdays. So instead of me actually doing the poetry event and bringing in all the poets and all that, I contacted 4 poets that were doing events before the COVID, and I gave them each a Thursday. So they come in, they'll do their events. Instead of having them do them spread out all over Kansas City, I put these poets under one roof. So every Thursday is poetry night at 7 p.m. It's a different theme or different set.
Mm-hmm.
And on Wednesdays, the Nicholson said they want to do a comedy.
Okay.
So I knew the perfect person to get.
Who did you get?
Janelle Banks.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah, you need to check her out, bro.
She good.
Yeah. She got a show here right on KUAW called Comedy Power Hour.
Okay.
I believe it's every second Wednesday. I think.
Okay.
I gotta check it out.
So.
And she's on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So as soon as I leave here, I'm gonna head down there.
And what time does it start?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. And today is poetry night.
No, Thursdays is poetry night.
So tonight is comedy.
Tonight is comedy. Then poetry is going to start, I believe, the second Thursday of next month.
Do they have food and everything?
Yeah, they got a kitchen in there that you can buy food. They got a bar.
What's the ticket price of getting in?
It's free to the public.
Okay.
All my events, since I've been doing them, has always been free to the public.
Okay. So what are their requirements as far as this, the whole social distancing and all of that?
The tables and chairs are spread wide apart. Before it could seat at least almost 150 people, and now they cut it down to like 50 or 60.
And what is that address, T?
1601 East 18th and Vine. The Corner Bar and Grill. Tonight is comedy night, 7 p.m. with Janelle Banks, and Thursdays is poetry night, and poetry is going to start on the second Thursday of next month.
What is the dress code? Is there a dress code, particular dress code?
There's no dress code.
So you can come with a hat and jeans and all of that?
Sure.
Okay. I may try to take you up on that offer,
Okay, cool.
On that. So I want you guys to get out and support my brother on Wednesdays and Thursdays at the Corner Bar and Grill at 1601 East 18th and Vine. It's the Corner Bar and Grill starting every Wednesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. It is free to the public. So if you guys want a good laugh on tonight, go down there, head down there. It starts at 7 o'clock p.m. Take your friend, lover, or whatever your entanglement partner or whatever you have. Take them down there and enjoy a good laugh on tonight. T will be down there.
Do a comedy. It's a comedy and dinner. So you come in and you buy your dinner and you get free comedy.
Can't beat that.
I know. That's
you get to eat and laugh at the same time.
At the same time.
Oh man, you
Same
can't
thing
beat
with
that,
poetry
man.
too.
How's the crowds been?
They've been the first time she did it, her comedy, it was a lot of people in there. The second time, because she started kind of early, I didn't have time to promote it or do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been doing pretty good. We'll see what it do tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free to the public.
Free to the public, man. Right on the Corner Bar and Grill, 1601 East 18th and Vine, right here in the heart of Kansas City, Missouri, starting at 7 o'clock p.m. promptly on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesday nights we will have the comedy hour, and then on Thursday we will have a poet there on each Thursday. On each Thursday we will have a different poet there, and they are. I know some of the poets whom T is affiliated with and everything, and they are some great people. They have some great spoken word and everything. I've heard them at some of City Councilman Brandon Ellington's events that he's been sponsoring at these different little locations throughout Kansas City this summer. So get out there and support your boy, man. He will be there, like I said, 7 o'clock. Prompt. Actually, we're going to wrap this up early so he can get down there. Kansas City, I love you. I thank you guys for tuning in to Funeral Boss, a broadcast by the Music and More Foundation. We thank you guys, and also I want to let you guys know that that I am still selling headstones. So if you guys are in a need of a headstone, please feel free to contact me, 816-499-0796. Again, that's 816-499-0796. You can text me, you can call me, just let me know that you need a headstone. Kansas City, I love you. I pray that God shines his grace up on each and every one of you. Be blessed. We're out until next time. You listen.